Let's take a trip back in time to explore the royal flush, or lack thereof. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs had dedicated servants for literally everything, including this very private matter. Now, let's jump over to the Roman Empire. The Romans were engineering geniuses. They gave us aqueducts, underfloor heating, and the famous public latrines. Roman emperors, like their wealthy counterparts, had private latrines in their palaces. With it, much of that brilliant sanitation knowledge was lost. This is where things get a bit messy, literally. This sounds fancy, right? Like a wardrobe, and that's exactly what it was. A garderobe was a small room or closet with a stone or wooden seat that had a hole in it. In 1203, during a siege, a French knight named Philip of Cognac was reputedly assassinated by an archer who shot an arrow up the garderobe chute. He was a big man, and his palaces, like Hampton Court, were huge. He couldn't just stroll down the hall to the nearest garderobe every time. This is where the groom of the stool comes in. This wasn't just any servant. It was one of the most powerful and trusted positions in the entire court. The groom of the stool was responsible for the king's close stool, a portable toilet, which was essentially an ornate box with a padded seat and a chamber pot inside. The groom's job was to carry this close stool wherever the king went, assist him with the process, and then clean it out. But his role went far beyond that. Because he had such private, intimate access to the king, he became a confidant, a secretary, and a powerful advisor. He controlled who got to see the king, he managed the king's personal finances, and he knew all the royal secrets. The groom of the stool was basically the king's best friend and chief of staff rolled into one. It was a position of immense influence, all because of a toilet. Imagine petitioning the most powerful monarch in Europe while he's attending to his business. It was the ultimate power move, demonstrating that the king's body and its functions were a matter of state. His daily routine, from waking up to going to the bathroom, was a public ceremony attended by high-ranking nobles. As we move into the 18th and 19th centuries, the flushing toilet slowly started to make a comeback. Sir John Harrington, godson of Queen Elizabeth I, had invented a flushing toilet back in 1596, but it didn't catch on. It took another 2 centuries for the technology to be refined. Queen Victoria was one of the first monarchs to have flushing toilets installed in her palaces. It was a huge step forward for royal hygiene. Her husband, Prince Albert, was a great advocate for sanitary reform, recognizing the link between poor sanitation and disease. The age of sanitation began, and slowly the bathroom became the private, clean space we know today. So from a sandy pot in Egypt to a social bench in Rome, from a drafty castle chute to a powerful portable throne in England, and a public spectacle in France, the story of the royal bathroom is about so much more than just toilets. It reflects the technology, the social norms, the power structures, and the very definition of privacy throughout history. It shows us that even the most powerful people in the world are, at the end of the day, just human. The next time you visit your own clean, private, flushing bathroom, take a moment to appreciate it. You reliving a life of luxury that even the most powerful kings of the past could only dream of. Thanks for joining me on this weird and wonderful journey through history.